Good morning, everyone. This is Kerry Ann chiming in from Ajax, Ontario. I'm trusting that you're having a wonderful day so far, and that, of course, you're staying safe amidst what's happening right now in the world, and that, of course, that you and your family are, continuing to strive on. So, first of all, my name is, as I mentioned, welcome, and I mentioned my name is Kerry Ann. I'm actually a wife and business partner with Cornell McLean, and we both reside here in Ajax, Ontario. And today we have well, I have the honor of sharing something that's dear to my heart, and that's basically motivation. Before I start, though, I would love to reach out and say, I trust that all of the corporate is staying safe as well. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share from my heart the values and the things that I'm passionate about. So today it's Monday, fresh day of the week, and I'm not sure where you are right now. You could be at work, you could be, at home working, you could be on the roads doing some type of self-care activity. And right after this, I'm actually going to take care of myself by doing my daily routine. So I'm going to share with you some information that hopefully can add value to you. And it'll take about maybe under 20 minutes. And I'll try to be as fast as I can so you can claim back some of your time for yourself, your family, and whatever else you decide to do for the rest of the day. So I'm going to share with you some information. Actually, before I do that, I didn't get a chance to wish Mr. Bernie a happy birthday. So I'm going to wish him happy belated birthday here on the webinar that we're doing. And for Mr. Paul Caldwell, thank you so much for what you're doing as well for our company. And I know Mr. Bernie Cho, you and your family are amazing. I've had a chance to meet you and speak with you, and you're a very humble person, and I appreciate what you're doing for our company of Organo. So I represent Organo, which resides, the head office is in British Columbia, and as I said, I'm in Ontario, but it doesn't mean that we're not connected in any way. So I'm going to share with you some information here that, like I said, if you're able to get some value from it, it'll do my heart good. And as I'm sharing this information with you, if you're chiming in through Facebook, I'm not able to see that right now, but if you can state where you're chiming in from and what motivates you, so at least we can actually have an interactive conversation, even if I can get to respond after the um, the presentation I'm doing here for you or with you. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is the way to stay inspired and motivated is by doing what you like, doing what you love. And for me, for the company of Organo, I love the fact that I'm able to share health and to be able to share and help others to benefit from switching their brand of their beverages and having a great experience. And for me as well, because our company has so many options in the way of in the ecosystem that we have, I've developed a passion for many things because of this platform of Organo. And also, what I love as well is personal development. Because of Organo, I've been able to um, basically focus more on myself and to be aware of the things that I need to do to bring myself to a higher level of being. Meaning that what actually drives me is servitude. What drives me is the love of people and to see that people are better than I've met them. So for me, it comes hand in hand with motivation because I'm motivated to do good, I'm motivated to help. The company that I represent allows me to do all of that. And so staying motivated is a personal choice, and you can be motivated or demotivated depending on how you feel as a person and what's going on in your life. But I want to ask you, what is your story? My story has evolved, especially with the company of Organo. When I first started with the company, it was because of the health situation with my aunt who had passed. And just hearing a testimonial from someone, I decided to just pursue it as a customer. And then I became motivated now to continue consuming the beverages for myself and my family. And then I fell into a business, and that business has led me to where I am today. And so I'm very thankful for the opportunities afforded to me by Organo and the ability to be able to share from my heart what I'm going to share with you next. So for me, my why started for with the company I'm with 9 years ago, but my why has evolved. And my why evolved in such a way that it allows me to be creative in so many ways that I can accomplish my why. And there's a saying that states, if your why doesn't make you cry, then your why is not big enough. So what motivates you every day? Is it the things that are happening before you that you have no control over, in the sense of, you know, outside circumstances, as to things that you would love to see change, but you don't have the ability to change them? But internally, you have a personal why. So along with that why, there are many things that may come into play. And in order to see your why come to fruition, whatever that is, whether it's you being able to, in your company, if you're representing a representative of Organo, or you're just visiting us here just to basically learn and to grow through my motivation, it takes hard work to be able to bring your why to fruition. Sometimes there's disappointments, sometimes there's endless nights, sometimes there's struggle, and the struggle is real. But persistence is very important. Once you make up your mind, then you can actually visualize your why, then that persistence will see you through. Doesn't matter what that adversity is, it doesn't matter the action that you have to put into place, as long as you have your why in front of you in your mind's eye. And faith is so important. You can't serve two masters. You can't have faith and doubt at the same time. So you must have faith that your why will come to fruition. You'll be able to see that in your lifetime, the things that you want to bring about through your why, the people you may want to impact or help in because of your why. Sacrifice sometimes is needed, and rejection will definitely come. All right, it could be rejection from the person you want to share your passion with, whether it's a cup of your coffee or your tea, or other types of services that we provide through Organo. Or it could be that someone may not support you because they just don't want to. But rejection comes. But if you have that why in your uppermost mind, as I mentioned, it doesn't matter. That you just know that you're closer to achieving your why. And the discipline. Now, discipline is something that could be tricky, because sometimes we say we're going to be disciplined and then we procrastinate. We say we're disciplined, we start for a few days and then we fall off the wagon, so to speak. Now, it doesn't matter how many times you fall, how many times you get up, how many times you fall and get up, as long as you keep getting up and you put things in place, practices in place, habits in place to bring your why to life. Now, how do you stay motivated? How do you build on that? Well, you can build on success after success after success. I always state, if you can take a small incremental step of accomplishing the things you want to create, to bring about your why, to be able to um, basically bring your vision or your dream to life. Continue to build on the small successes until you are able to create that big success. Now, most of us, sometimes we see this big vision and we see this thing we want to be able to accomplish. And we're here, and our success of what we want to see is way down yonder, right? So to speak. So don't laugh when I say that. But if you continue to build on the small successes every single day, you will continue to build a momentum of motivation. And you can create rewards and incentives. And of course, staying positive is very important, especially when things are coming at you, or you're seeing the media or the news of things that are happening that may cause you to shift the mind from being positive to negative. It is important to be aware, consciously aware, that the thoughts that are going through your mind. Because if you continually practice negative thoughts, whatever you're continuing to plant in your mind and in your heart, it will come to fruition. But if you switch that, if you consciously become aware that what I'm thinking is not serving me, and you shift your mind to a positive mind state, over time, you will start feeling a sense of well-being and satisfaction, and that will keep your motivation going. You will be able to create new ideas. Now, if you're coming from a negative mindset, if you find that you're sort of stagnant and you're not doing the things that you need to do for yourself, new ideas are not going to come. And sometimes if they do come in that state, they may not be ideas that can serve you. Now, focusing on your dream is so important. You can dream build. On a Sunday or even a Saturday, just go around driving and to a different neighborhood and see different homes that you have. Go online, go to Pinterest. I love Pinterest, and look for ideas of things that you can dream build with. Create a vision board. There's so many ways that you can have something in front of you in addition to your mind's eye to help you to stay focused on your dream, and that will bring you back to your why, because things are going to come. Life's going to come at you, and things are going to happen where it's going to test your drive. It's going to test your actual why you want to accomplish something. Also, I want to share with you, set new goals. Sometimes the goals that you create in the beginning may be too, like you call them, like big, hairy, audacious goals, right? And sometimes we can't see us manifesting or bringing forth that goal because where we are right now in our way of thinking, way of being, way of feeling may not serve us in order to get us there in a timely manner that you would like to get to. So I would say to you, set new goals that would allow you to get an incremental stage to where you need to get to so you can get at that big, hairy, audacious goal. We call that BAHG. Now, if you can establish good habits, everything will create like a ripple effect, like momentum. And so as you're doing one thing, an idea will come. As you're creating more ideas, the habits will continue to fall into place. As you continue to do that, new ideas are going to come. As you continue to stay positive, you can actually have the ability to build on your success. As you continue to create and to focus on your dreams and to visualize that, then as you continue to do that, create a reward system for yourself. And here's an example. I started doing some self-care activities for myself June 8th. I had enough. I said to myself, I'm working from home. I'm sitting too much. I'm going to start going out walking. And so I decided to myself to not overthink it, not overanalyze it, just start where I'm at. Can't run right now because I have issues with my knees. Started walking 3 miles. Today, fast forward, I've done 6 days a week, every week until today, which I'm going to go out later. And it moved from 3 miles to 6 miles. And now I cycle 12 miles every other day. And now I started putting in resistance training. Now, did I have that big vision in the beginning? No, I visualized myself healthier. I set some small steps for myself and I celebrated success for each day. And then I moved forward to the next day. And that allowed me now to create motivation, momentum I needed. I started setting new goals for myself. And that allowed me now, as I'm going through every single day, I started establishing new and better habits. And now, because I'm incorporating other things like the OGX shake and my superfoods, which is the reishi, and my grapeseed, all of these things are things that I'm consistently doing and keeping me motivated. So right now, I'm down 20 pounds. And this is because I created the momentum by building on my success every single day. And now I'm going to reward myself with a great massage at the end of the month. So that's an idea of how you can stay motivated in other areas of your life in addition to self-care. So I would say to you, this is what I would tell myself. When I felt procrastination coming on, or I felt a sense of procrastination, or I felt the word lazy, I don't want to use the word lazy, but sometimes they have a lazy spirit, I would say tomorrow I'll do it. And tomorrow never came. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. It's not. You could be here today, gone tomorrow, and never take life for granted. And so I told myself, or I've actually said to myself, I forgive myself for the things I didn't get to do yesterday, because yesterday is gone. I can't change it. I can't go back. Right? What is done is done. What is not done is not done. But today I can celebrate today. I can change today. I have the ability to do that today. I can't see about tomorrow. So for me, I keep telling myself, I cannot change yesterday, but I can change today. I can be actively aware that what I do today will serve my future self tomorrow. So these are the things I want you to say to yourself. Stop saying tomorrow and just do it. I'm borrowing Nike's slogan, but just do it. Just keep us natural. But stop saying tomorrow and work at what you can today in small incremental steps. And when you do that every single day, the momentum that you will build and the motivation that you will create in within will allow you now to take the next step and the next step and the next step. And next thing you know, you're much more closer to bringing about your dream that's connected to your why, that you will be amazed and feel so satisfied that you've been able to accomplish what you set out to do. Motivation is the fuel necessary to keep the human engine running. Zig Ziglar said that. And I love that statement because we need fuel, right? We need fuel for our bodies, we need fuel for our brain. Sometimes we need to regenerate through meditation to different things. But motivation is actually is a fuel. It helps you to keep your engine running. And as you continue to do that, imagine that you're continually fine-tuning that engine by staying motivated, staying plugged in. And one of the things you can actually do to stay plugged in, my OG family and OG partners, is going to OG Academy and going through the information that's there. Go onto their Facebook and see the information is updated. They're amazing speakers, leaders who are sharing great content every single day. Mr. Paul Caldwell, he does his update for the business every Monday. Go on to the OG Academy, look at the timelines, register for these things so that you can stay plugged in, and that will help you as well with your motivation. Connect with give questions with about your service or your business. Reach out to the corporate. They're more than willing to help you. And the great thing about staying plugged in is that you're in the now. You're on the pulse. You know what's going on, right? You are able to go on and get tips and so many things that can help you with your business, even for your personal self, in a sense where, for example, you can go to their Instagram page, you can go onto the blog. There's so much great content there. If you're looking for something for yourself, for your self-care, something to stay motivated, tips about what you have to do for your business, all these are all interconnected and it can help you with your motivation as well. Now, you are a work in progress. You may have started off at 0% in the way of, for example, personal development, or you haven't started as yet, or you're already past the 0% mark, but you're always a work in progress. I know I am. I'm continually working on myself every single day because success is it's not really an endpoint. It's a journey. It's a journey you take. And as you continue to evolve and to grow and become the better version of yourself every single day, you will see how you are progressing. And you can go back and say, okay, this is where I was when I first started with either Organo or with your personal development. And I know that my personal development is actually linked to Organo because that's how I started. And I'll go back one step. In my 20s, Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill came to me. And I couldn't comprehend the words that were in there. But I read it and it sort of resonated, but it didn't sink in, so to speak, for me to apply them to my life. And then when I was introduced to the company of Organo 9 years ago, lo and behold, this book came about. I go, okay, here we go. All right, I don't believe in coincidence. And so therefore I started reading that book, and that started me on a journey of 9 years of personal development, every single day listening to something that would empower myself, my mind, give me a conscious interrupt, continually, investing in myself so I can show up better for myself, show up better for my husband, show up better for my family, show up better for my business partners, show up better for my customers, show up better for my family, my friends, and people I have not yet met. Because if you continue to work on yourself, you will always have your work in progress. But that doesn't mean that there's a negative. It's always a plus. You're always growing. You're always growing. And you may not quite reach 100%, but if you continue to invest in yourself and continue to do things that will continue to motivate you and to uplift your spirit, you will continue to grow every single day. And that's how I feel about myself, especially when I've invested the time in me. No one has a more invested or vested interest in you than you. If you can work on you and work on the things that you need to stay motivated, you will continue to blossom and grow, and you'll be amazed at the things that will evolve into your life. Now, there are two types of motivation. One's internal and one's external. Now, I mentioned to you about personal development. I mentioned to you about investing in yourself. I mentioned about, creating habits, things that will help you to press forward. Well, that's internal. If you can internally motivate yourself through learning and the attitude you have, and I call that attitude of gratitude, if you can actually invest the time to to gain internal motivation through different things that you are doing for yourself. You can actually, you will feel the results, you'll see the results, you'll know that you've had a shift in your thinking, that paradigm shift, right? So the achievements that you'll be able to accomplish through the internal motivation that you're creating, the creative thoughts, creative flow, the creative juices, the psychological way of being, all of that will shift. Now, there's other factors that may come into play for motivation that could be external. Incentives, like our company. You know, for myself and my husband, you know, one of the incentives that I had for myself is for every year that we need to stay qualified for the incentive trips, because it was very close to our wedding anniversary. So for me, I said, okay, if I can, we continue to do what we have to do to stay qualified and to be able to be, you know, basically rewarded by our company Organo, then we can get to go on a trip for our anniversary. So for the last, I think, 4 years or 3 years, I believe, we've gone on a trip that was actually, you know, paid for by Organo, and we were able to enjoy our wedding anniversary every single year. Now, because of COVID this year, this is not, that hasn't happened, but you know, for me, that was one of my incentives, and so we were able to qualify and we went. Fear, it can actually, you know, disable you or push you forward. Fear of loss, fear of gain. So you can determine how you want to utilize fear to be able to motivate you. Because things happen in our life that sometimes cause us to fold in or to expand. The power that you have comes from, you know, depending on the people that you connect with and the circle of influence you have and affiliation as well. I'm sorry for this a little bit fuzzy. I didn't realize it was like that. But these are the things that I would actually tell myself, except for one. I haven't, I'm going to try that one. And I'm going to say this with you. And if you can say it out loud, if you're in a quiet space or in your mind, you can say, these are things I think will actually uplift you. So I am powerful. I am strong. I am a beast. I haven't said that one yet. I am unique, which I am. I am blessed. I am capable of anything. And I am disciplined. These are some of the things that I tell myself, especially when I'm walking or cycling. These things come to mind and it pops into my head and I say it. And I feel so empowered. Now keep in mind, I am. It's not just a phrase that you say. You have to believe it, you have to feel it, you have to scream it if you can, and you have to be it. You have to repeat it every single day and believe the words that are coming out of your mouth and they're entertaining in your head. So you have to be very careful of the seeds you plant in your mind, because those seeds will sow into your mind and they will harvest. And what you say out of your mouth is what you bring forth. So don't let your power go to waste. And that's so important to be aware of that. Now, these are the things that the steps I mentioned to take, your small incremental steps. Well, think of it this way. When you first started your business or you first started anything, even if it's just a workout, your mind would say, I won't do it. And then it will go to, you can't do it. Then it will go to, I want to do it. And then it will say, how do I do it? And then you go to the next step and you go, I'll try to do it. Then you'll go, I can do it. And then your last step would be, I will do it. And then you achieve your success. And putting into perspective, it's like when I was riding the bicycle. I hadn't ridden the bicycle for 12 years. And I decided, okay, my husband got me a bicycle. I'm going to go around the track, close to a school. I want to go on the road. I said, I would tell myself, Lord, I don't know if I can do this. My knees aren't the best, but I think I can do it. I did it. Then I started wanting to do it. And I tried doing it. I started off for 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles. And I told myself, I'm going to push myself to 12 miles. And then I went to 15 miles of cycling. And then I had success. And my knees didn't bother me, although I have an issue with my knee because I used to run when I was younger and I had an incident with my knee. But can you understand the relation, trying to put things into perspective, where if you look at it where I want to do it, imagine you can actually shift that to I think I can, I will. And then you succeed, right? And so my question to you is, do you want to keep going back to the old life, or the old way of thinking, the old results you have? Or do you want to push forward or press forward to the new life you can create? by the motivation and the momentum you're going to work towards or focus on, the habits, the things that will cause you to have that shift. Have a conscious interrupt. Ask yourself, what is my why? What is the thing that I need to do in order to press forward to get the results I want? How do I bring my vision and my dream to fruition? Is it because I want to be able to increase? I'm going to go back to organic now. If I want to increase my retail sales on a daily basis, is it that I want to be able to reach out to people to see how they're doing and to, of course, share my opportunity with them? Is it that I want to do both? Do I want to start doing more presentations online? Am I going to be able to, create more flow in my business? Am I going to achieve a, higher rank? What is your why? Is it tied to what your dreams are? And Organo has an amazing mission, right? And so that mission, if you can tie your vision and your why to that mission, it's a win-win. Because Organo here, that from my perspective, is servicing us. They're helping us to be able to have a better life and to help others to have a better life through the beverages, the other verticals we have, and to be able to share this globally would be an honor because we are able to serve and to be of service to so many. So the new life, the new you would force you to come out of your comfort zone. And sometimes that comfort zone is painful but still comfortable. And so that old life, old way of thinking could be tied to people being judgmental or critical of you. Newsflash, other people's opinion of you is none of your business. So if you can take off that coat that holds the old life and put on a new coat, a new armor that creates a new life for you and have your why in front of you, I say to you, you've done a good thing. You're moving in the right direction. And so with this, I'm going to leave you with this. Sometimes the smallest step is in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take the step. And if you take the step, you will never regret it. You know what they say, 2 steps forward and 1 step back? Well, at least you made a step forward, right? So with that, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me, to be able to allow me to pour into you what I have felt and what I continue to feel in my heart. I hope that this has been of value to you and that you'll be able to at least take away one thing from what I said, and it's implanted into your heart. My job and my goal is always to leave people better than I've met them, to always uplift. If you can uplift and encourage the person next to you, the person in your world or in your circle, in your community, and you can actually continue to uplift yourself and practice self-care, you will see a shift in you, a sense of well-being and satisfaction that you'll be motivated to do so much more for you, your family, and those around you. I would like to thank you so much for taking the time. Please, if you have any comments to place in the Facebook Live or for what motivates you, please do not hesitate to say it. You may inspire someone else as well. So have a blessed day. Again, thank you, corporate, for all that you do. Thank you for giving us the opportunity, this platform to be able to serve others. Have a blessed day and have a very, very safe day as well. Take care for now. Kerry Ann Joseph chiming off from Ajax, Ontario. Take care. Bye-bye.